Hey YouTube, what's up? This your boy Ray Mack. Today what we're going to do is some old country-fried biscuits, and these are the ingredients, and I guarantee you if you try this recipe you're going to love it. So first and foremost, we got some flour and we have some baking powder. Along with that, we have some sugar and we have some salt and we have some butter. This butter is frozen. Alright, and I'll show you what we're going to do with that butter later. In this here, I have 2/3 cup of liquid. Now, this is 1 egg and whole milk blended up that will equal out to 2/3 cups of milk. So that's all you have to do is just beat your egg, add your milk, and let it equal out to 2/3 cup. Along with that, we got us a bowl to mix everything else up with. And I'm using this old cheese grater, okay, just so I could shred up this here frozen butter to make our biscuits buttery, okay? So now let's go ahead and jump into the video. Alright, YouTube family, I got my stove preheated at 450 degrees. Yes, 450 degrees. Now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and sift all my dry ingredients together. So I got me a little strainer here, and I just want to sift these out, get out some of these lumps. So I'm just going to add in all my dry ingredients. That's the flour, the baking powder, the salt, along with the sugar. And I just want to go ahead and sift this together. All right. Now what I want to do, using the cheese cutter, I want to go ahead and take my frozen butter and just start cutting it into this here dry mixture. Now, like we say, this is going to help it become buttery. And I'm thinking that this butter will give it a nice flavor. Some people put shortening in their recipes as the biscuit goes. Hey, if you want to use shortening, use shortening. But I want to have some buttery biscuits. So I got a whole stick of butter that was frozen, and I left it in the fridge overnight just so I could grate it up easily. And this is what we got right here, y'all. So let's go ahead and let me show you the next step. Alright, I'm going to start cutting into this. And you could use a fork if you like. You could use your hands. I'm just using this pastry cutter because I just want this to be, I want to cut it into like a little fine meal. Like we say, you can use your hands, you can use a fork. It don't matter, as long as you have like little pea-sized grains in your flour and your butter. Now this is pretty much, I think this is about how I want it right here. I'm gonna show you real quick. All right, so I'm happy with this. So I'm gonna leave it just like this. If you can see, those are the little specks of butter. So I'm happy with this texture. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my milk and my milk and egg mixture, put it in, and I just want to stir this in till there is no dry particles left up underneath of this in this bowl. Then we're going to shape and form our biscuits. This is an easy recipe, y'all. Like we say, you just put together your dry ingredients, take 1 egg and beat it, put it into a cup, add some milk until you get to that 1/3 mark. Now this is what I'm talking about right here. Alright, let's go to the next step. So I went and I put flour on the counter, And we're gonna take our biscuit flour, and then we just want to go ahead and try to get these smoothing out, but you don't want to spend a lot of time playing with this. You just want to do it until it's smooth and then roll it. So I would just say fold it at least around about a good 4 or 5 times, and that's it. You don't want to overwork this dough. And I'm just going to go with just this. I don't want to overwork it, so this is fine. All right, so now what I want to do, you can roll it out, you can press it out until you get like a 1/2 inch biscuit. So if you don't have a roller, I'm showing you guys how to do this right now without a roller. And with this recipe, you can get you about a good 6 biscuits or something like that. And all you have to do is press it. That's about how thick I want it right there. Okay? That's how thick I want it. Alright, right now it depends on you of how big you want to cut your biscuits out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little flour right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Just a little bit. And the same glass that I use for that flour, I'm going to go ahead and use this to cut out the biscuits, because I want some man biscuits. I don't want no little boy biscuits. So I'm going to take the glass, roll it in this here flour, and then I'm just going to see how many biscuits I probably can get out of this glass. So I can get a 4. So now, a little bit more flour. I'm just going to go ahead, flour it up, flour it up, flour it up, and these are 4 biscuits. All right, I got a pan, and I just want to take some butter and just put it in the middle. Like I said, I only got 4 biscuits, so I don't have to butter the whole pan. This is an easy recipe. And what I'm gonna do is just take each biscuit, place it on the butter pan. And I'm gonna flop these in the oven. Now if you want, you can just take this as well, throw you some more flour up there. Take your old scraps. And I don't want to overwork the biscuit, because it'll become tough if you do. Take your glass and just press it. Get you 5 biscuits out of that. Why not? Get 5 biscuits. Throw your scraps in the trash. Alright? Alright. These are our biscuits. So I'm going to go to the oven and put these in for at least around about a good 10 to 15 minutes. Alright? Alright, our biscuits just came out. And as you can see with that butter, they ain't sticking to the pan. The bottom looks nice, as you can see. And they are nice and soft. Now what I want to do now, because I let these sit in for about 8 minutes. I know I said 10 to 15 minutes, but I let them sit in for 8 minutes. And I was monitoring. You got to monitor your biscuits if you're going to cook them, just to make sure you don't burn them or make them too dry. They just the way I want them. So I'm going to put some butter on this. And I want this butter to soak in to these already buttery biscuits. Like I say, I used that glass cup to cut these biscuits because I want man biscuits. I don't want no little boy biscuits. These are man biscuits. You know what I'm saying? And at this point, what I could do is I could go ahead and put it back in there for about a good 2 minutes just to let it brown. But I just want these to be so buttery. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in for about a couple of more minutes. Just a couple of more minutes. They all ready to where I want them. But just a couple of more minutes. And then I'm going to have some cheese grits with these along with some salmon cake. So I'll be right back after that. You guys definitely need to give this here recipe a try. I'm telling you right now, these are some easy homemade biscuits to make from scratch, and it'll go well with any type of breakfast. Even it'll go well with your dinner. All right, so I also want to say thank you so much for checking out this here video, but please remember to subscribe to this channel if you are not a Mack's family member. All right, I'm telling you right now, these biscuits do look good with these cheesy grits and these salmons. Yes sir. So check out Mack's Kitchen and Grill. Subscribe now if you're not subscribed. I also want to say thank you so much for watching this here video. Subscribe for more videos, and if you could watch these suggested videos as well, it would definitely help me out. And I want to say love and not hate. Love somebody and hate nobody. Remember to comment, subscribe. Thank you. Bye bye.